God's will requires obedience, but it doesn't always have an explanation. God's will does not come with an explanation. Sometimes it even doesn't make sense at the time. I wish that life was like a book. I wish that, we're living in chapter 3 and we're going through hard times. We go, let's thumb ahead and look in chapter 7. Oh, I see what God's doing. I see how God's going to take this and work it for that, and what God's going to do in the life of my children, my grandchildren. I see exactly what God is doing. But it doesn't come that way, right? If it did, we wouldn't call it faith. So when we get knocked down by life, we don't need to look for an explanation. We shouldn't just look for cause. We should look for effect. How is this trial, this test, going to be maximized as far as my faith? Sometimes God doesn't stop the test. The test for Abraham was 3 days. For 3 days they traveled to Mount Moriah, and I can only imagine what he was thinking. But sometimes the test of our faith is 3 weeks, 3 months, 3 years. There are tests of our faith that last a lifetime. But the fact is, true Christian faith invades every area of life. You have to surrender to God your time, which is the most important commodity any of us have. But we have to also surrender our talent and our treasure. We have to surrender our temper. We have to allow God to deal with the darkest crevices of our life. There's a cost attached to faith.